Sabio has joined us. All right. Winding down. Sabio, that guy where you say make I add, they here.
Okay. First of all, I want to believe that I don't know how he's good with IG, but that person, let me share you our conversation as screen because this would be a deal breaker. I'm not telling you lie for this investigation because the information that is reaching me from this person will help a lot of, it will help us because the person is a very interested participant in this issue. Okay.
Yes. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. How are you guys? I'm doing well. I hope it's not required to share my identity, but I already shared it with.
Go ahead, please.
Your name again, please. Yes, I have all the proof to prove who I am and who I'm claiming I am. Just not to make this whole call long and all that stuff. The person who sent the squad to go and escort Andrew is Afiba's boyfriend. So that same friend that wrote the petition with unknown, the boyfriend is the guy who sent the squad to go and escort Andrew from Umaya to Abuja. And so he didn't do that just out of nowhere. Myself and Celine's boyfriend were involved in this case since day one, and we've been paying the police money. And the same day that, I think on the 30th, I even have the chats, and that's what I shared with the BBC. On the 30th, we paid an amount of 300 to 500,000 naira to go to Andrew's house and arrest the guy. So we made a direct
transfer or deposit.
Oh, how do you say that?
Okay.
We made it. No, we made a direct order. We ordered the police. There was nothing that needed to be like a thought process or something. We ordered the police to go to this house, and they said they wanted money, and we never delayed on that. The money was transferred in 10 minutes. And I was in direct contact with these police people, and one of them is Commander Ochekwo. I'm saying his name online, Commander Ochekwo. That guy told me that he's taking care of the case, and that it could be that my wife kidnapped herself, and he was saying a whole lot of stories. What I said is, this money is for you guys to go to his house, arrest him, and question him. There's nothing wrong about that. We didn't tell you to go and kill him. We didn't tell you to go and put him in jail. Nothing. Just go and ask him, where are the ladies? And when he proves that he's not a suspect, then release him. We don't hate no one, but we need to question everyone in this. And so Ochekwo went with Celine's sister, and she saw Andrew's car in his yard, and she said, let's enter this house. And the police searched everywhere around the house except that house. So they knew what that Andrew was up to, or what he was doing before. And then they told her that they will come in the same day, but around 3 a.m. to go and search that house. They can't do it now during the day. They would have to do it in the night. And the reason they said that is for that Celine's sister to leave them. So when she left, they told her that we searched the place and we didn't find anything. Meanwhile, Andrew was there comfortably, and probably my wife and Celine were still in there. Because that was only 2 days after the kidnap. That was only 2 days after the message sent by Afiba saying kidnapped by Andrew and sending her location. So in no country on the planet, you tell someone to do something, you give them the location itself, and they tell you we didn't find anything. I'm showing you the suspect. I'm showing you the criminal. What is it? It's literally 10 minutes away from their station. Andrew's house is 10 or 15 minutes away from the station. I'm telling you, go and arrest him. You lie to me, you take money from me, you keep taking money from me and from other people, and you don't do anything about it. This is complete.
BS.
I don't know
BS.
what word I can describe this, but this is. I don't think it would happen in any country on the planet. I don't think it would happen anywhere. And we had contacts, and we started making kind of like inquiries. We want to send a squad to take care of this case because the Umayya and Aba people are not doing what they have to do. And what happened is we send a squad, and the squad takes a week, and they don't report back to us. I don't know what's the reason. And then I tell the guy that I mentioned the name to you, this is what is at hand. Your girlfriend was supposed to be at the station. She needs to be questioned. She left Port Harcourt to Abuja. She fled. The day they asked her to question her, she fled. I mean, and she has reason. Maybe she was thinking that she doesn't trust the police, you know? She wanted to flee because maybe the police would do something and hurt her. But why off your phone, your line? Why report to the family 48 hours after the kidnap that they were kidnapped? Yeah. Why 2 days? Why didn't you report the same day? Second. And so, yeah, you just fled. Okay, you were in danger. And the boyfriend starts calling me and asking me for giving him the account or the people that we sent the 2 million naira to, which is the previous squad. So he retrieves the money from them. So indirectly, he's telling me, give me 2 million. Right? Not indirectly, even directly. Like he's telling me, give me the account of the squad that you sent, and we would question them and we would retrieve the money from them. And I said no, because I wasn't the guy, I wasn't the person who sent that money. It was a friend of mine. And a friend of mine said he won't do that. He's ready to lose the 2 million naira, but he doesn't want to give it to the guy who made the request. And so this boyfriend, who's not a regular person, I don't know if he's into politics, but he's not someone regular. He's an old person. He's not someone regular. He's not a normal citizen, you know. He has some power in Nigeria. So he made requests, and he sends another squad, and he tells me, you have to send 2 million naira, you have to send 2 million naira, and if you don't send it, the squad will not move, and there are going to be 20 people armed with their cars. They will move from Abuja to Umayya. And so I say, listen, mate, we don't have this amount, and we really spent a lot of money. We spent over 7 million naira since the beginning. So yeah, so this police has Yeah. Just write it
So
down.
you spent,
That's what the
you spent
families
7
and
million
the
before they
families of
retrieve Andrew from
these
Umaya.
before even like I think, but before Harrison was contacted,
Yes.
7 million naira was spent
They
from
were
both
making the
families to just do something, and
Mm-hmm.
and they were not doing anything. Oh, we will take care of it. We will do. So yeah, we are searching. We are doing our best, but they were not doing anything. So
Yes.
so they were taking money from the families, and they were taking money from Andrew. Like double. And what happens is
Okay.
this guy asked me for 2 million, and I said, "Listen, mate, we don't have money at the moment. You have to wait for some time." And then he says he's going to make the payment. So he claims that he made a payment of 2 million, which I doubt,
Mm-hmm.
because the people who escorted Andrew were only 3 guys or 2 guys, right? You said 20 people. And he was saying that this 2 million will cover their hotel, their fuel, their food, and all that stuff. And I sent a message on WhatsApp saying, I'm not paying for a staycation or vacation for these people. That's their job. If this is the system in Nigeria and it happens to be that I have to pay them their fuel, I would be happy to support them and pay their fuel. But I'm not going to pay them their hotel, neither their food, neither any of the rest. And so the guy claims that he makes the payment of the 2 million, and the squad moves. 7 days later, I'm not hearing from no one. I'm calling this guy. I'm calling another guy from the police, and I have his name and contact, and no one picks my calls. Oh, we'll call you. We'll call you back. We will call you back. The ones that they pick, oh, we'll call you back. We'll update you. No updates, nothing. And they turn the lines down until we hear that Andrew has been shot. And to be honest with you, when I heard that Andrew was shot, I just smiled. Like, listen, mate, this doesn't happen in Netflix series. This is really,
Yes.
like, it's really well set up. It's a crazy scene, and Nigerians are really good at drama. They're really good at it. So, and then no offense to Mr. Ben, but suddenly Mr. Ben comes out and starts saying the truth after Andrew's dead. Bear with me, I have to question everything. You might not be involved in this. It's only God that knows who's involved, who's bad, and who's not. And there's a judgment day. So even if it's not on this earth, this person's soul is going to suffer. Whoever did bad, whoever involved in this, whoever burned these 2 families' hearts will suffer.
Yes.
And I'm saying this not because I'm cursing. I'm not cursing no one, but justice is always, and God is always just. So yeah, this is what I wanted to declare. So you guys were asking who mobilized this team, and we went on live before, and we said who mobilized this team. And then I was personally sent threats, and I can send screenshots of WhatsApp. That I would be filed a case of defamation. That if a case of defamation is going to be filed against me. I was like, okay, I'm in another. No one can touch me.
Yes.
I'm the one whose person is kidnapped. No one else. So, and you're threatening me. So good luck with that. You do whatever you want. I mean, I can do something here too, and I can put them in serious trouble because I have a lot of proof.
Okay, I wanted to say something then if you don't have any questions.
I didn't have any questions.
Daddy Freeze is your show. I'm going to allow you just take it. But I want to just point us to a direction. Please, thank you, sir, for coming to shed more light on this case. But please, I want Nigerians to see that this is not just a case of 2 people missing. This is a case of fraud.
Fraud.
He has come here to establish that this case Yes, system error and fraud.
It's
Because
a
there were
case of
corruption,
system.
they were
It's a case of a
extorting
corrupt
money from
system.
the
Yep.
families. And we need to know who finally, though he has given us that lead, we said it here, who invited those police. And this case will also help Nigerian police. Let me say why. It has been established now that even the IG does not have hand in this nonsense. That is the truth.
It is not. I've been saying it.
Don't have any hand in this nonsense. So there were people who did this.
And we were told that the IG was the one who authorized all this. Now let me say something. We never believed all this since day one. That's what I want to tell you. We never believed any of this, whatever the police told us. But we just took it, this is what is at hand. Let's deal with it. But it never made sense. It never made sense. I would just hop in a taxi or just meet Nigerians at work and I just tell them the story and they tell me, you know what? Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. It's completely fishy. And because we were so involved in the case, we couldn't see much. When you're involved into something, you can't really judge it unless you go out of it and you just look at things in general. But we were still saying that all of this is a lie and they've been taking money from us and nothing has been done about this case. And the first thing that made me think all of this is the petition that was written on the 10th of May. How do you write a petition and you say unknown? The IGP never writes a petition, and the IGP never writes a petition and says unknown. How can you say unknown? Who the police would? How will the police arrest the unknown person?
That's the petition.
This is the question. Yep. Let me, Mr. Ben. Let me ask you this question. I know the petition. I'm the one who sent it. I want to ask you this question. I'm the one who received and sent and shared this with Mr. Harrison and the rest. I come to you and I tell you, someone robbed my house. Okay, and I know who the suspect is. And tell me I'm writing a petition, and I tell you, the person who robbed my house is Mr. X. How the police would know exactly who the person is, and I know who the person is. On the 10th of May, this petition was released. Read on the paper and show it to people. It was on the 10th of May, right? Okay. Let me ask you this. Andrew was
on the 8th of May
held in custody, or he was arrested on the 8th of May. So how can you say unknown for a person that has been 2 days in the cell?
And it's from the IG.
Can you answer this question? How can you say Andrew is the unknown and he's been 2 days in the cell? So the police knows exactly who he is. And they know the suspect.
Unknown persons. That means more than one person.
Which leads us to one conclusion. Which leads us to one conclusion, which is myself suspecting the people I came on the live with just at the time. I suspected two people. It was Afiba's friend and her boyfriend. Because she knew about the case. She's the one who fled. She's the one who threatened me when I said these things. And her boyfriend was calling me like 3-4 times a day. I never picked his calls. He called me from different numbers.
Also understand that Celine
I never picked.
Deactivated her Facebook
and
in Port Harcourt before they left.
Afiba's Facebook and Instagram were deactivated or deleted by Andrew himself. And Celine's Facebook and Instagram were deactivated by Andrew too. And the way they were reactivated, why only Celine's Facebook and Instagram were reactivated? Because her brother has a tablet and he has all the accounts signed in on that. And so he went through the tablet again, and he checked how did this whole story happen, if she had any messages from Andrew. And it happened to be that she had a message from Andrew, that video that was saying, "Hey Celine, how are you? This, that," but there was nothing like 1 million naira and all that stuff. Nothing of that sort. So when I called the police, and I have the numbers, the people of Umaya, I told them, why are you guys dragging this so long? This is very obvious. And they said, Celine released a Snapchat yesterday, and she's been coming online and all that stuff. I said, Mr. Officer, can I tell you that you're not smart for me not to say something else? And he said, you are trying to insult me. Let me not pick your calls again. I said, let me tell you something. Celine's brother is the person who has the tablet, and he's the one who reactivated those things. And he said, how do you know? And I said, that shows that you don't know nothing and you're not listening. We are giving you truth. You're deciding to do your own and, just hide and cover up. And so the next day, they asked Celine's brother to come, and they seized the tablet. The police seized the tablet and all the evidence that the family had. Why would you seize a tablet that has all the evidence and you never return it back? So this is a question I want to ask the police too. The IGP came online and said, you know what, give us 2 weeks. It's already 1 week. There's another week now. That means that we need an update daily. If it's not daily, every 2 days, we need an update. And I can guarantee to you, the IGP doesn't know what happened in Aba and Abuja, in Umaya, sorry. I can guarantee that to you. They don't know nothing. And this shows you that there's no responsibility.
All right. Please, I have just one quick question for you. Just not quick question, a quick clarification. I know that, I don't know, Afiba or the other one they met each other through a mutual friend. Was it that mutual friend's boyfriend that was doing all this? All right, thank you. You can go ahead, sir.
Correct.
We are documenting this because I don't want to say live for this issue. So we are also going to involve it from this angle, from this country.
I don't want to say names. I don't want to say exactly the name. Some people are watching; they know the names already. It's good that the comments were deactivated. I don't want to mention names because I'm not a bad person who's coming to jeopardize the career of this person who might be involved. Because I was told that you're spoiling my career. You're ruining my life. I'm not. I just want Afiba, of course, and Celine. But I don't know Celine, by the way. I've never met him in real life. I want Afiba back. That's what I want. And whether she's alive or not, I want her back. At least the family has a right to grieve or meet their daughter. And this is why I'm asking the police to really take this matter seriously. And Mr. Ben, I don't want to say you have a sister or whatever. Think of your daughter. If you have a daughter, if you don't, I don't know how it doesn't. I mean, you cannot imagine.
I can't imagine it
unless you have one. But just take it personal, because I've never betrayed any friend of mine, but I'm always truthful and just. If a friend, if I was if I was breastfed from the same woman with a friend, look at to which extent, or even my brother, if my brother did something and it needs to be judged and truth needs to be
What we're
revealed,
doing.
I will reveal it. We are people, that's my background, who give their sons, if their sons are criminals, we call the police to come and arrest the son. That's from his blood. That's my culture. If your son was hard-handed or even committed a crime, the parents call the police to come and arrest the person. Look at to what extent. I want the same transparency, and I know it's not
Daddy,
among these people.
Please.
But I just played.
You need to.
I
need to ask him a question.
Justice needs to be served.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry for hearing you. This is the first time. This is the first time I'm actually hearing your story in real life. And as sad as it is, we still hope that you will find your wife.
Hey. Just say, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
And your loved one. But do you think?
No, I didn't say
it's just part of
it could be
the
that
family. It might be Celine's Afiba relation.
I'm saying I'm part of it. I'm saying,
what
yeah.
I say is this: is there any possibility of you suing the state of Abia State, basically, because they have so much answer to this? The failure is capital, and they need to be held accountable. And you also believe that my coming in has basically given a window of conversation to this topic.
Well, first of all, let me start with what you said at the end. Of course, you at least provided some information to the public, if it was helpful or not. At least you came in and you said something, and it's for the public and just people to decide if this is helpful or not, and with the police investigation. I'm not the person who decides this. I have a personal opinion. But I will not share it online. The second thing, I think I answered your question before. If I'm going to drag 200 million people in this, so that should tell you that it's not only Abba. I'm ready to go for a nation. I'm not saying I'm doing anything against innocent people, but you know, this will really bring down the reputation of the country. Because if people hear about this issue worldwide, and you know this can go really viral, people will never travel to Nigeria again. So let's say the tourism, if there is tourism sector that's brought down, the expats, we don't want to bring bad reputation. That's not my intention, mate. That's not my intention. What I'm saying, please, we are not threatening no one. We are not threatening the country. We want to work with them to find an answer. Okay. But if you said, if I'm ready to file a case against Abba, I want to tell you what my next move is. But if I told you I'm ready to do that against 200 million people, then that should give you the answer what I'm going to do to the Abba police station. And I know that the police that reached, or the IGP, even if there's corruption, the corruption is much less there. And I'm sure they're just people. And I'm sure, at least because of them, some places in Nigeria are still safe. So I'm not saying Nigeria is a complete disaster. There are good people in the police. There are good people in the IGP. And these good people need to speak up and work and have a high conscientiousness in all of this. Because I don't see conscientiousness among these people. They're just enslaved after money. They want instant money. They feel entitled for it. And that's the poor mindset. So it's only a person who's already, satisfied, who doesn't need money, who would work with high conscientiousness. Or even you can be a high conscientious person, but or high conscientious individual, but you don't have money. But that's how you were born. And I think Mr. Harrison, not to praise him, but I think Mr. Harrison really highlighted this case. He has really brought a lot of truth out. Whether this is the truth or not, his heart towards the case, that's what I want to look at. He tried, okay? Whether it was truth or not, what was your intentions? Or your intentions were to save these two girls and to serve justice, all right? Whether the police lied to him or not, he did contribute. So I don't want to dismiss that, and I don't want to say like I'm giving him credit. All right.
Thank you.
But yeah, this is what I wanted to say.